All right. So we are back. Welcome back to another great week of Twisted Transitions. I am DJ JayBook, and I appreciate each and every one of you for already being in the room. Now, I thought I told you guys last week that I wasn't going to be here this week. I thought I told you. No, but you guys showed up, man. I really appreciate that. We've got a great show for you today. Got a lot to talk about. A lot has happened since the last time I talked to you. Let me just give you a heads up. My voice is a little bit in and out. I just had a Zoom call right before this with a bride and groom, and we did a lot of talking. So I'm trying to stay within the spirit of continuing to talk, so you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, you guys let me know if my levels and everything are good. I just kept it at the same thing that I had for them, and they said it was great. So I'm glad. Looks like we've got some people already in the room. What's up, G Kenny? What's happening, man? Jay, holla at your boy. What's good, Magic Mike in the building? If he is, we're gonna talk about Mike today too. We had an interesting weekend, so we got some good stuff to talk about. Darnell D-Berry, what's up? Finally get to see you live. I keep missing the notifications. Well, at least you're getting them. At least you're getting the notifications. If you guys are not getting the notifications, please unsubscribe, resubscribe, and hit the notification. That's what I've been told. I don't know how much that works. I don't know if you got to refresh the app, update the app. I don't know. I have no idea. Daniel Rodriguez, what's going on? DJ Banks, I was looking for the live yesterday. No, I had a show yesterday, man. I wasn't able to do the live yesterday, but we here today, so appreciate you coming through. Corey Creations, what's good, man? What's good? The Incredible Way, what is happening? What is good? All right. So much to talk about. We might as well just go ahead and get into it because ain't no need for small talk. Let's just get into it. You know what I mean? Let's just do that. Let's just get into it. You guys make sure you hit the thumbs up because I've got a lot to tell you. So I'm going to do a good bit of talking here, so just bear with me. All right, let's go straight to Saturday, okay? Let's rewind and go back to Saturday. This past Saturday, I had a wedding, and Mike was at a prom. I'm going to show you his setup and everything, too. So remember last week I talked about using the gravity stands and putting the wash movers on the gravity stand. Well, this was the first opportunity to try that. And let me just tell you guys, my feedback to you about this is, one, I'm not sure how I feel about how it looks. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure if I like that look. Second thing, setup, much easier. It literally takes your setup 10 minutes less to do it this way. I will say that. I will definitely sign off on that. Take down, same thing. All right. As far as when the moving head is moving, do the bars sway? I didn't see much of any swaying, and I had these guys moving. I had them moving. So I would give this setup another opportunity, and I would rate it about an 8 as far as how I like it. However, I'm not sure about the look of this. I don't know if this takes me down a notch or if this elevates me. It does sometimes when it's nighttime make the movers look like they're floating in the air if you have the black poles. But I have the black poles. I know some people have white setups. I get it. You're going to have the white stand, the white base, the white poles. I get it. So it may not look like that to you. But this right here, this is going to take some getting used to. I may try it again another time, but this coming up weekend, I'm not going to try it that way. I'm going to do something. I'll probably do this. I'll probably go back to the stands for this particular week, but not these stands, the regular totem stands. So we'll probably go back to that. I had a big problem with wind. This facade just kept blowing over. I actually had to end up sticking a chair in front of it. Looked super tacky for dinner, but from the moment I had it set up to dinner, I had to stick a chair in front of it, make sure the facade didn't fall over. So it's all good. But this was a Greek wedding. And this was probably the second time that I've done a Greek wedding. The first one went over without a hitch. This one, oh man, it was fantastic. These guys had a ton of people. I swear it was almost 200 people at this event. And they were just energetic. They were easygoing. It was a lot of fun. And you can see the ceremony and everything here. It was just really nice. Now, being under the tent where I was at, I didn't have any problem with sun as I did 2 weeks ago or at the end of March, where I was at that same location and they had me at the end of the tent where the sun was just right on my back and right on my equipment. But this time we were in the shade the entire time. It was great. It was fantastic. I've got some video for you so I can show you here. I mean, and this is just them just getting it in, man. Like these guys, I mean, I had to play some Greek music. And I was a little worried about it. The groom wanted to play it all back to back to back, like 25 minutes worth of straight Greek music. And I encouraged him to split it up. And he did so. And it worked out great because I was able to mix in, American music with Greek music. And it allowed me to just be able to just mix seamlessly. So you can see them there. I've got another one right here. And at one point when I was playing some of these songs, they had taken the whole circle outside of the tent. Like it was so many people. Like, I mean, look at this. And they threw money. It was all dollars at the end that they were just throwing into the pile. I guess that's a tradition as well. And it was just live. Like the energy level was just live the entire time. And I'm just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like they picked up all the money at the end of the night and we're trying to give it to the bride and groom, but I guess somebody had given the groom a handful of money. And he, at the end of the night, was like, it's tradition to give it to, the entertainment, give the money to the entertainment. And I was like, oh man, you don't have to do that. It was just a whole bunch of ones. They were all dirty. They were all had beer, liquor, everything spilled on it because drinks were spilled on and all kind of stuff. I just took the wad that he had and gave it to the bartenders. I'm just not that guy. You don't have to give me all that and stuff that I had, man. I just gave it to the bartenders because I know that they worked extra hard to make sure that my night was crazy and their night was crazy. So gig log definitely coming from that one. And, speaking of gig log and content, I have got a ton of content coming your way. A ton. I edited all the beginning of this week. Timeless hours spent. And I've got like 10 videos over the next month that are just going to be coming out starting on Monday. And it's just going to be crazy. I've got gig logs. I've got product spotlight. I've got tips and tricks. I've got everything. So content is about to be a content explosion. So get ready for that. This wedding is included in that set of gig logs so that you guys can see that and have that. Now, the main man, Mr. Mike, Magic Mike, he was out as well. He had a prom this Saturday and, he had a bunch of kids. I mean, Mike caught the wrath of about 300 kids, but this venue was super long. It's a long venue. It's not as wide as most venues are, not as high in the ceilings, but it is just a very long venue. Concrete floors, as you can see. But Mike was all set up and ready to go. He had 3 subs out there. He had 4 tops and 2 wash effects. And the kids loved him. I mean, from the video that he sent me, it looked like the kids were just having a great time, which is great. And that's really all we can ask for. We also sent out the photo booth. Photo booth was on full display. as well. So kids had a chance to really hop in there and get some pictures. We had one hiccup with the photo booth, but hopefully, everything is everything. With that, Mike knows what I'm talking about. So we're just hoping that is going to be fantastic. Now, when Mike came to drop everything back off, you guys ready for this? He dropped everything off to me that, was used at the event. And he said, yo, I think I'm ready to come on the show. And I was like, for real? For real? And he was like, yeah, I think I'm ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, next Thursday, the homie, Magic Mike, will be on the show next week. Next Thursday, he will be on the show. He will be our special guest. Get your questions ready for him. Let me tell you, Mike is a very down-to-earth type of guy. He'll answer any question for you, and he's got knowledge for, 10 plus years of DJing, family, come from a family that had some DJs in it. So get your questions ready. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at the knowledge that Mike has. So definitely get ready for that. He's going to be on the show. We got to get Mike on here. So that'll be next week. All right, let me get some water. Man, already doing a lot of talking, man. So much talking today. Let me check the chat before we get started. And some of this, see what we got in the chat here. Let's see. Yep, look at that. Speaking the devil shall appear. Look at him. Magic Mike in the house. The facade takes away from the aesthetics. If you combine it with your horror board, it will look more modern. That's yet to be seen. That's yet to be seen. We might try that. It's just a combination of current skeleton, less and more look, and the facade hide everything look. Okay. What's up, Solstice? What it do? T. Reed, when you said Greek wedding, I thought you were talking about some Q's, Kappa. No, I'm talking about actual Greek. Like he had family, that was Greek. So, you better take that to the washer. To the washer. Remind you of the old days. I bet you felt like a stripper. Oh Lord, look at you. Oh, look, this conversation is going left really quick. What's good, DJ J Mendez? What's happening? Yeah, Mike had 3 subs on the setup. DJ J Torture. As long as you good, bro, it's all good. As long as you here, bro, it's all good. Mike need to get rid of those square box speakers. Oh, now look. So since you come in here and you bring in that energy, and I'm trying to let Mike just don't push him, because Mike will take it to you now. Don't push him. I'm just joking. DJ J Mendez, so I'm about to buy a mic out there in San Diego. Which, okay, y'all asking questions amongst each other. Okay, all right, absolutely do not sure that rock shirt is fine. Daniel Rodriguez. Oh man, do you know how long I waited to get this shirt? I've been waiting on this shirt for a long time. Not as far as like buying, like, when the Rock left, they didn't sell really a whole lot of these shirts. I've been waiting on this shirt a long time. Appreciate it though. DJ Eric, hey, Jay, second time watcher, you're killing it, bro. What are your thoughts on the tube lights? Audience, would you like to tell him? I'm not a fan. You see, I'm already struggling with the moving heads on top of the gravity stands. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. Not yet, at least. I mean, maybe I'll be converted over. I don't know. But right now, as it stands, I'm not a fan. DJ I Am Chase. Hey, how do you feel about the Mackie Thump 215 and 118th combos for wedding? I like Mackie. I know the Mackie Thumps are pretty good. I don't like any Mackie subs. Last Mackie sub I had might have been that one you're talking about. It's in the garage, dead right now. It clipped way too easy, and had to replace 2 fuses in it. So I'm not a big fan. All right, Sosa's getting all the questions. So good. Sosa's, they'll keep you busy. All right. let's get into this. We got some great topics for you. All right. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right. First topic today. Let's talk about the power of influence. Okay. Now, when I say the power of influence, I mean through social media, through other DJs. I mean from friends, from family. We as DJs almost have to be our own self. We literally have to start developing thick skin. We have to start developing our own mindset. We have to tell ourselves it's worth it, what we're doing. We have to be our self-motivator. We have to do a lot. Here's why I say that, because the influences outside of DJing are ridiculously great. I remember when I first started to branch off onto my own, my mom told me that you could never make a living off of DJing. You could never do that. But she was so in the mode of what had always been taught until she thought that there's no way you can make a living out of that. And I had, friends question me. I had family members question me on whether or not I was actually going to be able to survive. And now I'm not only surviving, I'm thriving. And, I had to show them that things like this are possible. Yeah, it's going to take time, but things like this are possible. Now, when it comes to influencers on social media, we let a lot of these other DJs influence us. Like we think that, you can get 1,000 great comments and then you get one horrible comment from somebody who just is really anal and putting their opinion out there. And it's almost like we second guess ourselves. I know I did, especially being on a platform like YouTube. I wasn't ready for somebody to criticize what I was doing because I had always been told that everything that I was doing was great. So I wasn't ready when I got my first jab. It's almost like being in a boxing ring all the time. You get jabbed, you get uppercutted by people who are like, man, this is crazy. Like, your content stinks. Oh, bro, like, this is stupid. Why would you ever say this? Or when I put that thing about don't play any cheesy music and put that into DJ Idea Sharing, and those guys just went ham on me, it's real easy to second guess yourself because you got a lot of people who don't feel the same way that you do. But that's what I mean by we have to have thick skin. We have to not let the influences of those around us or our peers, if they are not here to lift you up or encourage you, then you just got to silence all that noise. You got to flat out silence them. Because what that'll do is that'll plant one seed and then you'll hear something else that'll plant another seed. And before you know it, you got issues with confidence. And in this game, you cannot have issue with confidence. You cannot go to do somebody's wedding and you have an issue with confidence. I'm not saying you got to be egotistical. I'm not saying that you got to be somebody who's out there who's just, got to show them, your firepower or anything like that. I'm just saying you got to have confidence. You got to believe in what you do, believe in your abilities, that what you're doing is putting food on your table, putting clothes on your back, taking care of a loved one, and you just got to put your best foot forward. I mean, that's just bottom line. You got to stop letting these haters come on here and tell you that what you've been doing for 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever, 5 years is trash. That's just one opinion. That's just one opinion. Now, some of us let way too many people get in and stay in. They build their own house in our heads. And we let those people just ride without saying anything. Now, I will confront anybody who has an opinion and say, thank you for your opinion. But if they keep riding me, I'll probably either block them, I'll say something to them, just normal, or I'll block them. But I'm not going to let somebody live in my head. I just refuse to do it. If you're going to bring that kind of energy, Yeah, I don't even know why you're here. Like, you have an option not to look at me. You have an option not to see my content. You have an option not to see what I'm doing, ask me any questions, give your opinion. All those are options, but you're choosing to take time to belittle me because you're insecure. And I just hate that. I hate that. The reason I'm bringing this topic up is because I have literally seen it. I have literally been a part of it, and I'm all about uplifting the DJ community. I'm all about making us the priorities at these events. I am all for that, and I will continue to preach that message to anybody who will listen, whether it be 1 or 500 or 5,000. I don't care how many it is. The importance of having us has gone unseen for way too long. The value of having us is gone unseen for way too long. We are literally making or breaking people's day. Literally. If we are trash and don't do our job, we are breaking people's day, because we will be remembered for that. I can't tell you how many customers or clients I talk to that say, I went to such and such's wedding, and the DJ, and you can fill in the blank there. We already got a bad rap because Joe Smo didn't take the time to make sure that he was great at his event, or he didn't have confidence at his event. That's the only reason you could really be bad at DJing, to be totally honest with you. I mean, even if you are a weak DJ, or what's considered a weak DJ, to where it's, you know, just the bare minimum, you can still get by. You can still master that skill. It's the lazy people who don't want to change, who are stuck in their ways, who just do, want to do everything their way. That's the people who are making these comments, who are reaching out to DJs who are trying to do something different, trying to give a new meaning and new attitude to this job, to this field. That's why I love all the fact that when I started YouTube, there wasn't a whole lot of DJ content at that time. And since then, I appreciate all the DJ content that I see. I'll give you another, for instance. I just found a DJ and a company just today from a recommendation from YouTube, and I watched their podcasts, and I watched, a couple of tutorial videos from them, and they may be a small channel, but I believe it's called Ozark Mixing DJs. I think that's where you can look it up, whenever you get a chance, but I think it's called Ozark Mixing DJs. And the DJ I'm talking about is DJ Rev. Him and that crew have so much knowledge. They say a lot of the same things I do, but they go through the same issues that everybody goes through. When you put yourself out there, you're putting yourself out there for criticism. You're putting yourself out there for glorification. You're putting yourself out there for a lot of different things. And some people are not ready for that. So that's why I say you got to have thick skin in here. You got to not get sucked down this rabbit hole of people who don't know shit anyway. I mean, these people who are talking and just talking trash, it's hilarious to me. I laugh it off, but I've gotten to the point where I've gotten accustomed to that. So if you're a DJ who needed to hear that today, I just wanted to make sure that I said that today so that you could hear that and build your confidence back up. Don't let these punks and these cyber thugs come on here and dictate how you do what you do. Because I love when somebody talks crap about my mixing and me putting stuff on YouTube and has nothing to show me. Okay, well, dude, if that's the case, let me see your video. Let me see how that works. Where is it? Send it to me. Oh, wait, you can't? I got you. You see what I'm saying? It's stupid stuff like that. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, whether or not you agree with me, whether or not you let do you disrespect the cyber thugs? One thing I can appreciate DJ Solstice for is that he speaks his mind and he doesn't let anybody bully him. He has a confidence, not an ego about him, that is just like, I don't care what you're doing. This is the way I'm going to do it. If you don't like it, You cannot watch. You don't have to watch. I love that about Solstice. I love that. So that's the attitude that I want everybody to just start building, growing, and keeping, and still let's uplift this freaking community. What you guys think, man? What you guys think? Oh. Woo. Sorry, that was a lot. That was a lot. Sorry. Some of this stuff I got to get off my chest, man. Some of this stuff, it just kind of gets kind of whoo. All right. Well, let's keep this party going now. Let's go to the next topic because it's a little bit more pleasant, to say the least. All right. Next topic today is oh wait. There we go. Next topic today is about content. Now, we were just talking about posting. So in this industry, in this day and age, you can't do stuff for with flyers and paper products, like actually tangible items. You can't do that anymore. You can't really even promote yourself anymore that way and get a good response for it. Today, everything is strictly content driven. Literally. Let me give you a quick scenario. And Mike, you may not know this, but this just happened today. So a client reached out, asked me for whether or not I had a date open. I let him know that I wasn't available, but I had Mike and he's available. They wanted to know Mike's Instagram. That was the first thing out of their mouth. Like, what's his Instagram? How can I find him? How can I see what he can do? Now, if your Instagram doesn't look like it is DJ driven, if you don't have reels on there that is DJ driven, if you don't have venues and parties and events and photos from photographers that is DJ driven, I just sent a client to you and they're probably not going to book. Now, I'm not saying that that's Mike, because Mike's page is great. He's got a lot of DJ material. But what I'm saying is we've got to start using these platforms as our advertisement. You don't even have to pay for Instagram ads, Facebook ads. You don't have to pay for anything like that. You can literally get your numbers up on social media by shorts. Now, it shouldn't be fully about getting numbers. I don't like when we strictly aim towards numbers. Look, I don't have the most followers on Instagram. I've got 10K on YouTube. Thank you again, shameless plug. But I don't have as nearly as many as some of these other guys do. But one thing that I can tell you that benefits me from my pages and things that I have is that when clients ask me whether or not I have anything that shows that I can DJ, or if they go to my website and they want to see whether or not I have anything that shows I can DJ, there's never a shortage amount of that. You could see anything. I was thinking to myself the other day, why am I sitting here still editing gig logs? Like, I shouldn't have to edit content like this anymore. I should be doing some other stuff. And I'm just like, I keep forgetting that's free advertisement. The hours that I'm spending editing this video is literally advertisement for clients. Now, it's entertainment for you guys. It's entertainment for DJs. And I appreciate all of it, but I'm more concerned with the fact that I'm not going to have, content for a client to see. And that's what drives me to make this. I love you guys to death. Don't get me wrong, but I can't keep making content just for you. I can't sustain that. You guys are content driven. That's why I've got a lot of content coming your way to show appreciation for all that you have done and everything that why you have just supported me and followed me. But it's also for clients too. You know, I just had another young lady hit me up for a same-sex wedding. And I don't have a problem with doing it. She said, have you ever done same-sex wedding? I said, yeah, I've done like a handful of them. I've done, you know, probably like 8 or 9 of them. I said, I've had the women and I've had the men as well. And she said, do you have anything that shows where you've been DJing? Absolutely. You can go to my Instagram. You can go to my YouTube page right here. And you can see everything. You can see me do a whole event. She's like, oh, okay, cool. She said, and I think she said does the hours you have include setup time? Like, you know, no, because if I actually build you for the hours that it took me to prepare for your event, it would be a lot more than what's on this paper. Or a lot more than what's on this brochure. My apologies. So no, that's not on there. That's just for day of services. And she's like, okay. And she ended up booking. But that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, this is your chance to put yourself out there. So definitely be thinking about the content that you want to put on your page. If you have a DJ page, if there's DJ anywhere in the description of you or your name has a DJ on it, then I would say about 90% of the content that I see on your page should be DJ related. And I'm not talking about like quotes. Quotes are not going to sell you. I'm talking about you out live. You doing something live. You making the real live. You making content that fits for all these categories. I do content for stories. I do content for shorts and reels. I do content for just regular posting. I do content for long form. I do podcasts. I am just constantly putting myself out there so that you don't have a problem looking for what I can do. I don't even have to sell you on it. I have visual evidence, literally visual evidence. So when I say content or die, I mean for the guy who doesn't have anything, or the guy who has 6 pictures, or the guy who's paid for all these followers but only has posted 12 times, or the guy who just has all these quotes on his page. If you do that, I don't know how you're going to get booked, man. I can tell you right now, my lady would probably get absolutely pissed at how many women follow me, but it's women and couples because they have either gotten married, I've done their event, or I'm about to do their event. It's all clients. It literally is. I manage my posting based on what the client wants to see. I don't have a general page that I could just do whatever, whenever, however, to whomever on. I don't do that. My business, my focus is the business, and I'm putting out business related stuff. If it's got to do with DJing, usually I'll put it out. You see if you follow me on Instagram, you see that my stories yesterday were just filled with nothing but me working. So that's why I say you need to make sure that you have constant content. You should post at least one thing each week. You know, when I have my guy who takes content or gets content of me at my event, I like to spread that out. Like if he got a lot of content, then I'm going to give you 2 this week. I'm going to give you 2 next week. I'm going to give you 2 because I don't want to use all of it. I want to be able to space it out and spread it out. I want to give you different forms. I want to be for everybody. If you're somebody who likes stories, I've got content for you. If you're somebody who likes regular posts on your page, I got content for you. If you like real shorts, I've got content for you. Long form, short form, I've got it all. And I just take the time to do that because what else are you doing? What else are you doing? You've got time. Even if you take an idea from another DJ, make it your own and post it. Don't rob them completely. Give them credit. Don't mimic it, exactly, but give them credit and make content. It's just that simple. We're missing too many opportunities. We can sell literally ourselves. when these coordinators are sending their brides to us, you know, before they even talk to you, they've already checked out your Instagram. And brides love Instagram, by the way. It's not Facebook. Sorry if you're watching this on Facebook. It's not Facebook for brides. It's Instagram. They love Instagram. They love to see everything you do on Instagram. I get people who follow me all the time who I have no clue, who haven't even, they haven't even contacted me yet. And they just want to see what I've got. So all I'm saying is take the time, build your own resume, your own content resume, so that you don't have to do a lot afterwards. When people see that you do what you do and you do it at a high level, they don't mind paying the prices that you have. They don't. I promise you they don't. I promise you. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, man. Am I just rambling or am I giving good stuff here? Does it make sense? I saw a thing today where a coordinator, this coordinator, she's from England, and I started following her. I cannot remember her name right now for the life of me. But she was teaching about the mindset of a bride. And at first I was about to click off it, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I probably do need to get in the head of some of these women, because who's booking us? 95% of the people who book us are women. 95. And if you don't think so, go back and look at some of your bookings. I guarantee you everybody's got a woman's name. Everybody. So it would behoove us to know how women think, right? Well, she said that, you know, when people respond, because I used to always wonder why clients would respond at 8, 9, 10, or 11 o'clock at night. She said, well, that's the time that they've gotten home from work, eaten dinner, and now it's time to sit down and relax and plan the wedding. So that's usually when they respond to you. Light bulb. I can't get mad at that anymore. That's their time. That's the time that they actually have to reach out to you. Because I was getting a lot of people who hit me up at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And they were probably shocked that I hit them right back. But yeah, it's like little stuff. I'll give you one more tidbit before we go into the next topic. Did you know that certain colors make a woman pick a certain item? So let's say you've got three different packages and you put a color behind them. Did you know that if you put pink behind one of the colors for the items or packages you have, they are 30% more likely to pick that package? Now, I'm not saying put each one as pink, because now you're just flooding them and now they've got a choice. But if you've got a silver, gold, platinum package, you know, kind of like I do, if you made one of them pink, they would probably more than likely look at that package longer than other packages. Did I know that? Hell no. I didn't know that. It's like you get into the mind of a woman and her mindset of thinking, and that's how you sell these packages. They don't look at the dollar sign. Another thing she said was charge for the client you want to attract. Man, you know what? I'm going into next week's thing to talk to Mike and stuff. I can't be doing that. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm giving away all the gems tonight. She had a great show, though. She did. She really did. All right. Next topic. This one is highly important to me. This was highly important to me. If anybody's ever watched the movie Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, he has this saying where he says, team of me. And I was thinking about this, and it sounds selfish. It sounds selfish. However, if you think about it and just rephrase it in your mind, if you ever need to put together a team, they should be a team of use. Anybody who you bring on should want to learn and do and grow the same way you would. Otherwise, they're not going to see your vision. This is why it's important to have a great team around us. So from the person who helps you put up and take down, they've got to be passionate about showing up and helping you put up and take down. The way that they can be passionate about that is that you give them multiple tasks. Make them earn that money, but not like, slavery, things like that. But make them earn the money as far as don't let them just be a put up or take down. Give them the camera and tell them, hey, take some footage and stuff of me doing this. Or, hey, take down that ceremony setup and why don't you go ahead and put that in the truck real quick. Or, hey, go ahead and grab the bride and groom beverage of their choice so that they'll go ahead and have it. Give them that courtesy. Give them different tasks so that they will want to return and do the same thing for you that they did last week. Because, I keep thinking about why I keep going through these guys. And it's like, I'm asking them, they probably have 9-to-5s. They probably work during the week. But I'm asking them to give me the one day of the week. I'm asking them to give me that one day of the week that they usually choose to relax on. When that's go time for everybody else. To us, Saturday is go time. Saturday is not relax day anymore when you choose this profession. So you got to give them incentive to be able to come back. Now, when somebody runs your photo booth, you have got to give them incentive to want to work. You've got to teach them properly. You've got to give them all the tools to make it easy and make it as easy as possible. I make it easy for my photo booth operator because all they have to do is set it up, which I've taught, twice, and they've got it. Just set it up and hit one button and it's ready to go. Make it simple and then say, that's all you got to do. And they're like, what? That's it? Say less. And then this is how you tear it down. And then when you start getting multiple people in, that'll help you do that. You start getting a little rotation here and there. And I told you, my goal for my team and for me in general, and Mike, I hope you can attest to this as well. My goal is, and before I say this, know that I have been in this game for 20 plus years. So I have set up, tear down, set up, tear down. I've done it just as much as anybody you can think of. My goal is to have a steady rotation of people to where all I got to do is show up, open the laptop and start. You can't do that without having a great team around you. Imagine that. Imagine when you're done, you close the laptop, tell the bride and groom, thank you for having me. They're sent off and then you leave. And then you've got people there that are taking that down and they bring it to you. That's having an awesome team behind you. That is the goal for me. I swear to you, I am going to get there. I am going to get there. That is not ego. That gives me more confidence because I don't have to use as much energy. I can focus all my energy on giving the couple a great show and then leave it. And it almost makes you feel like a headliner at a club because that's all a headliner at a club does. Shows up with a laptop. He wants to be able to walk out on stage, plug in his device, and let's go. I want that too. I just want it in the wedding industry. That's all. I think it would be dope because, all right, check this out. So when you arrive at a venue and they're setting up, you got the coordinator setting up, you've got the team that set up the table and the cloths, they're setting up. You got the people who set up all the special lights and cafe lights and different areas, the bartenders and all that. They're sending teams. You walk in there and sometimes you don't even know people on the team because they're all in there setting up. And then the people who work it, they just show up, do their job. And when they're done, all right, y'all, we'll see y'all later. And they put on a purse or a jacket and they're out. That's what I want. I want that too. But that comes with having a team filled with yous. They've got to have the same passion and mindset as you. A great team member to have is one who is eager to learn and wants to eventually be a DJ within your company, or be whatever they want to be within your company. It's hard to find people like that. You got a lot of lazy people. You got a lot of people who don't care about it as much as you do. You got a lot of people who will take your equipment, they'll drop it, they will break something and be like, oh, well, you know, it's you, pimping. You know what I'm saying? You got people who are just not as passionate about it as you. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like wasting money. I really don't. I hate it. Matter of fact, I absolutely hate it. But all of that stuff comes with having somebody or some people that care about this profession enough to give you their time, and you have to pay them accordingly. You have to pay them accordingly for their time and efforts. You just do. My film guy, my photographer, not my photographer, but my video guy who's going to be starting giving me this content, he's hungry. And we're still learning. But he's hungry. He wants it. I like it. Mike, he has come in. He is hungry. Mike is a great team member. He is hungry. He is ready to tackle new things and new areas. I need people like that around me. It only lifts you up. It only makes your services that much better. And keeps those 5-star reviews coming, baby. So y'all let me know in the chat what you guys think down below. Do you have a great team around you already? How many of you actually go out with help? You know, because I'm telling you, lately I've been reverting back to the old days where I just do it all myself, because I just don't have the passionate guy. You know, I just don't have that. So you let me know what you guys think down below. Oh, my bad, DJ Lopez. Appreciate that $5 super chat, man. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate that. That's what's up. I forgot to tell you guys one more thing I did. Let me tell you that real quick. So last night, I did a fashion show. I forgot to show you this. I did a fashion show last night. And it was great. It was fantastic. It was very easy. Imagine literally having to take my 1000 SRT, set it on a table, which is right where, let me move myself out of the way here. I'll put myself up here. This little black box that's right down here at the bottom, that's pretty much the area that I was in. And I just had to bring my laptop and laptop stand and just plug into the venue's sound system. And it was easy peasy, man. Oh, man, this couldn't have gotten any easier. It was fantastic. I loved it. It's my 4th year doing this bridal show, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think last night they sold out. As you can see, there's ladies everywhere. They sold out 200 tickets for this. And I think next year we might have to get a new venue. But it's always a good time, great time. These guys take care of me. They take care of any vendor that comes out there. And they pretty much own shops on the whole street that this is for. So I forgot to tell you that. That was something that we did last night. All right, so we still got some time out there. I'm going to go back through the chat and see what you guys were saying on there. But if you have a question, feel free to put ask in front and ask a question. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. If I don't know, I definitely let you know I don't know. And we'll move on. So we got about, I'll do about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes of Q&A. So you guys let me know what you got, and let's talk about it. Let's go back through the chat here, see what we got. All right, let's see. I agree with what you said. I definitely get inspired by but I put on my own vibe on it. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Magic Mike, smaller compact. That's my favorite. Okay, y'all still talking in that. DJ Scott. Ooh, how you say this? DJ Scott. Scott. LD systems made in PRC versus HK or RCF made in Europe. I actually don't know who HK is. I mean, only HK I know is Harman Kardon. RCF is great, but LD is taking over, man. They're slowly moving in and taking over. It's hard to beat LD right now. It really is. I'm a little biased. I have LD and QSC. I'm a little biased. Tokyo SJ. That's right, man. 10K. The incredible way I preach content consistency to my DJs in my chapter of Fleet DJs all the time. It's a must. It's a must for sure. What camera should one use as a beginner? Man, look, the first camera I used was a Sony handheld video camera. It was trash. I already put it. I put my first gig log on YouTube with that camera, and it was terrible. Quality was horrible. Second camera I got, I had to save up for. It was like $500. I just didn't have it like that. It was a Canon G7X Mark II. I still have that camera, and I still record content on that camera. I still have the original one. Now, of course, the little door on the back is a little iffy right now, but it still works, and it is fantastic. To do these videos right here where I'm on podcasts, I have the Sony ZV-10 that I'm using to do this podcast. It does stuff in 4K, so I hope I look nice and crispy on here. I did trim the lights down a little bit because every time I watch a little bit of the playback on here, I'm like, all this area here and all this area here is like overly saturated. Like it's like whitewashed. And so I'm trying to dim it down a little bit. Not trying to set no mood or nothing like that. I mean, come on now, pause. That's when I started doing mashups. Okay, that's why I started doing mashups. Yeah, definitely. Separate yourself, man. Do some mashups. And now I'm starting a series called Come Vibe With Me. That's what's up. Hey, any content is better than no content. Keep it going, man. I'm proud of you. Hold on a second. Okay. Whoops. What beginner camera? Oh, wait. Wait, did you already ask that? Okay, I answered it. Sorry, DJ I Am Chase. I got to you. You telling me that way to get your wife to do more freaky stuff is put pink behind. Leave it to you, G. Kenny. Oh my God. No, what I'm saying is she's more susceptible to buy something if it's in the color that she likes. She'll like stuff more if it's in the color that she likes, which is usually a pink for a girl. By the way, everybody that I got in here, I don't know how many people still left in here. I think it says like 27. I will be on Twitch tomorrow. We'll be going on probably lunchtime, right around 12 or 1 o'clock. You can follow me on Twitch. I got to hook the 1000 SRT back up. So what better way to test it and make sure if I'm back up than to go online and do it live. So I'll be on Twitch tomorrow about 12, maybe 1 o'clock. If you want to hear some great music, let's go over to Twitch. Follow me at DJ JayBook, and let's get some tunes in. I might pick an artist and do an artist mix. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But I wanted to say that while people were still here. Okay. Wickham 2A. Any reason why you've resisted the urge to get and use Maui 28 G3s for some of your smaller gigs? Why? I don't need to have 2 sets. If I have a smaller gig that doesn't need it, I'll bring out my QSCs. I'm not buying any more speakers. I don't need it. Either my QSCs cover it or my LDs cover it. That's just it. What site do you have your 5-star reviews being placed on? Google. Google is a man. When I get my Google stats, it's alarming how many people go to Google and look you up, and it will base services off of your reviews. So yeah, definitely Google. And they have, if you have Google Maps, at the bottom right corner it says business. If you go to it, you could set that up if you've got your own LLC. But in order to set it up, they've got to be able to send something to your address. They tell you all this stuff. Send something to your address to verify that you actually live there. You put in the code, boom, you're able to go ahead and list on Google. Daniel Rodriguez, you ever see anyone fall at them fashion shows? One time, and I couldn't laugh because she took a bad fall, and I don't know if she just didn't walk on heels. She hadn't walked on heels that long, but she did that little flip flop, that little with that heel, that pop pop, and that thing caught her, and she took right over. Yes, sir, she did. DJ KP, what's going on, man? I think you used to be here for a while, but I hadn't seen you in a while. I think if it's the same person. All right, DJ Eric asks, is scratching a necessity in DJ? No, it is. Let me I want to say it just like Jazzy Jeff said it because it makes perfect sense. He said, playing the music is the meat and potatoes. Scratching is the dessert. Scratching separates you from the next guy. Scratching separates you from mediocrity. It is a flair, not a necessity. You big up yourself, you separate yourself, you give people more options if you can scratch. But if you can't, it's not a deal breaker, and you're not considered not a DJ just because you can't scratch. If that makes sense. I hope that made sense. So no, if you ever getting hate because you're not scratching like a pro, look, just tell them scratching don't pay the bills. DJing does. But yeah, I just take it as a personal task to learn more about scratching and get better. Me and Mike were talking about this the other day when he came to grab stuff from the garage, and we were just talking about scratching and how less of an amount of times that we actually use it, but when it does come up, we would like to have the ability to be creative. It just allows you to be more creative. I mean, I get envious of guys I see creating content that are phenomenal scratchers. And I just want to be able to be a simple scratcher. I just want to just know more about scratching. So it's not a must. It's definitely a want, though. It's like saying, do you have to have the Jordans to play better doing basketball, or can you get away with playing in some Adidas? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them things. That's kind of that's the best way to describe it. All right, what mic setup I can have that's not super high end? Look, everybody on here, I'll tell you Phoenix. I mean, they are not a lower end company, but they're just not as highly recognized as some of these other like Audio Technica, Sennheiser, Shure. They're not as recognized as those guys. Phoenix would be that middle of the road type microphone. So check them out. Phoenix mics. All right. Daniel Rodriguez. What's your process for when clients give you a playlist? Do you take the request and make an entire playlist, or do you sprinkle their songs in with your wedding playlist? Man, you answer your own question right there. They paid you not to play the songs that they want, to hear all night. I tell clients that you paid me for my creativity. And now that I know what you like, if we take a little bit of you and a little bit of me and combine them, we got a great night. That's what I always say. It's not that I'm not going to look at a client's list and play every single song. I just want to kind of get a feel for the songs that they have. I'll make sure I have most of their songs just in case they come up and ask me for one of the songs off the list. But I've run into several times that a client has had something on a list and it wasn't under like a must play, like I had to have it, but it was just on a list of songs. And they asked me if I had it. And I was like, no, but I have something similar to it. Let's get close to it. And they were fine. So I would just say sprinkle a little bit of them, a little bit of you, make a magical night. The incredible well, perfect answer. Thanks, man. All right. Any other questions before we get out of here tonight? While we wait to see if any questions come up, just to let you know, we will be back next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. EST, for another great episode. Don't forget the homie DJ Mike is going to be on. Now, we're trying to decide whether Mike should be in studio, right here or right there, or if he should just call it in. So I don't know. We're still working out the details on that, but DJ Mike will be on next week. Make sure you have your questions ready to go because he's never done anything like this before, but I'm kind of forcing him to because I want you guys to know him and I want him to know you guys because look, he does a great job. He kills everything I throw his way and I could not ask for more. Mike is an extension of me. And I hope that I am the same way to him because he does a fantastic job. That's what those ladies tell me, Mike. He does a fantastic job. He kills it. All right, DJ K here, Charleston, South Carolina. What's good? Monster Music is having a blowout event tomorrow morning. I know you made the trip a little while ago. Yes, I love that. Let me show you. I still got my records right here, my man. These all came from Monster Music. All these right here. I got, Marvin Gaye. Al Green, excuse me. Teddy Pendergrass. I got Biggie. And then I got Tribe Called Quest. Only thing with Monster, man, you got to watch them prices. Bro. Let's just say they love them records. Oh yeah, if you guys are in the Charleston area, definitely check out Monster Music if you want some records. Great record store. Probably wouldn't have made that trip if I'd have known that there was a record store probably 20 minutes away from me. But all in all, it was still good to get away, do a little driving. So all good here. Saturday morning. Is somebody DJing there? DJ K? Is somebody DJing there? Is that why you're going there? That would be dope. To have a DJ inside the record store? That'd be fire. I wouldn't even ask for them to pay me. I would just be like, just give me a credit in here. Give me like a $300 credit in here and we'll just call it even. And let me get $300 worth of records. Would you guys do that trade? Would you do that? I think I would. $300 worth of records to play for maybe like 4 or 5 hours, something like that. Would you do it? All right. Any more questions before we get out of here? Oh, more questions before we get out of here. Vinyl 40% off. What? That's crazy. That's crazy in itself. All right. Looks like you guys are all spent. I am too. Oh, I'm probably gonna kick it. All right. So don't forget next week, 7 p.m. EST, Thursday. We're back. DJ Mike. We gonna kick it off right. Month of May is coming. Get ready for that. Close out the month with 2 weddings. If you got an event this weekend, I feel for you. Nah, make that money. Make that money. Not gonna say I feel for you, but nah, make that money if you got a wedding or an event this weekend, man. April is crazy to close out. It's been crazy, but I'm glad things kind of get a little bit back to normal. So we will see you all again next week. Make sure you are living to strive, not to survive. We'll see you again. Thanks for stopping by, people. See you soon. Peace.